It's a cold night at AT&T Park in San Francisco. Jim Richter will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan, any thoughts?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Look at that ERA, awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It will be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. This is line to left. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. He'll get it into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. Next to bat for the Giants, Corey Seager. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Mendoza going back to the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
Well, you can't fault the center fielder's efforts there. He tried to track it down, but I don't think he had much.
Digging in, Gary Mendoza.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
A dive, but it'll get past him out in center, and this could roll till tomorrow. Mendoza takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And the ball's waiting for him, and he's out at the plate as he pretty much just ran out of gas out there. Ready for another shot now, Gary Mendoza. 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. First pitch on its way. Now here's the drive out to right center field.
All right, right here. Find the ball.
Kelly rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score as they extend the lead to 5-zip. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. And they'll just tag him. Ready now, Joel Burrows. He got called out on strikes his last time through. The 1-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Moving under it, Mendoza. 2 down. So in now for San Francisco, Donald McDougal. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs. As
hit high and deep out there to left center field. And a leaping effort at the wall, but it's in vain. A home run.
Wow, that's a tough one. Certainly not the way.
Standing in, Gary Mendoza, and he'll complete the cycle if he can blast one over the wall here. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Giving chase is Slater. And that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable job out of the bullpen. An 8-out save, you don't see that very often anymore.
Tough to escape the fog here in San Francisco. Tanner Scott will be the man on the mound for the G-men. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, take a look at the numbers. ERA just a little bit under 4.0 on the season for this guy last year. He's a better pitcher than that, and I'm sure he'd like to get off to a much.
Hit high and deep to left field. McDougal racing back into the bleachers and gone.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and...
So stepping in, Carlos Varela. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Carlos Varela.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza on the move. One away. And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy.
Stepping into the box, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Toles is under this one. One pitch, one away. Stepping into the box, Gary Mendoza comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Duggar's there for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in now, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Mendoza.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball out toward left center field. Duggar giving chase. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 2 base hits, 1 error, and a couple of men left. We've reached the 7th inning stretch here in San Francisco. The Giants lead it 7-3.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans.
Wednesday night baseball from AT&T Park in San Francisco. Tonight it's game 3 of this 4-game set between the LA Dodgers and the San Francisco Giants. Now, if you love good pitching, this one's for you. First pitch is coming up. Mike Soroka, the right-hander from Canada, will be the starting pitcher. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, he wasn't particularly good in his last one. If you look at the line score, he only lasted 4 innings, took the loss. He'll really be hoping to turn in a much better performance in this one.
Standing in, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in the contest last night. And a high strike there, 0-1. Guys, you take a look at the Giants as they begin play here tonight. Then a middling start to the season as they come in 2-3 over their first 5.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Now batting, J.D. Davis is ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. From the stretch, he's running, but he won't have to worry about a throw. Ball 4. First and second now with 2 away. Coming to the plate now, Joaquin Cortez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Dodgers strand a couple. It's the Dodgers nothing. So coming to the plate, Joel Burrows. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Wind up and the 0-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Mendoza waits on it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza. He reached on a single in his first try.
Mendoza.
First delivery to him on the way. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. Smith is on his way home. The relay, and the run will score as the Dodgers grab the early 1-0 lead.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
And he'll step off and go to third here. And the runner back safely. Here now the 2-2. Is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Digging in to try it again. Joaquin Cortez. Runner in scoring position with two gone.
Joaquin Cortez.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Now a snap throw over to third. And the runner back. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Only one in the inning here for the guys in blue. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Dodgers out in front. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Mendoza. 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with the sac fly.
Now to the plate, Joel Burrows. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
The 1-2 is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Mendoza racing back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. Burrows takes the turn at third. He wants it all. He scores. As they get on the scoreboard here, it's a 5-1 ball game.
Boy, the home fans are loving that inside to Parker.
Digging in once again, Gary Mendoza earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. The 0-1 delivery. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left. 6th home run on the season for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there.
Stepping up now, Carlos Varela. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Lifted the other way to left center. Mendoza is after it. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Striding in once again, Gary Mendoza. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup, but this guy changeup is one that
goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. And it's gone into the arcade section. Three-run home run down the line in right. His second home run of the game as the blowout continues.
Well, as a team, they've gone yard 4 times, and this guy's accounted for half of them. Memo to all pitchers the rest of the game. If this guy comes...
Striding in, Corey Seager, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Mendoza is right there, 1 down. Standing in a perfect 4 for 4 so far, Gary Mendoza. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing, high drive, left field and deep.
All right, right here, find the ball, find the ball.
It's nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. So striding in, Joaquin Cortez. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Joaquin Cortez.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Next up will be Kyle Farmer, and he's trying to make this a 5-hit ball game for himself right here. He's set. Here's the 3-0. Too high, and that cost him ball 4. Next for the Dodgers, Darryl Berry. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Grounder down the line at third. And he'll just step on third, and the inning is over. And that'll bring in the speedy left-handed hitter Andrew Toles. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Here's the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mendoza is in pursuit. 2 gone.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
12-1 at the end of this one. The Dodgers scored 12 times en route to a win tonight. Julio Urias gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. A truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball now from sunny AT&T Park in San Francisco. Today, getaway day. Blake Snell, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Blake Snell, big power arm. He has yet to put it all together, but I really like this guy. Good fastball with late life, as they say in the pitching business. Good overhand curveball. His changeup's getting better all the time. If he brings his A game, he can shut any team down.
Mendoza.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Into the bleachers and gone. A solo shot here to left. 8th home run on the season for him. And the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Gets 2 bombs yesterday.
So striding forward now, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball, so I'm kind of thinking.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall, a home run. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, and with it the Dodgers have opened it up to a 5-0 lead.
Wow, he really hit that ball well. Put a great swing on it with great extension, and it sailed right out of here.
So digging in now, Gary Mendoza. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far, and looking to add to that here.
Very rarely, Matt, do you see a first pitch change.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Onto the garden netting and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, as this lead swells to 7-0.
Well, in hockey, they'd call it a hat trick. Hitting 3 home runs in 1 outing is a heck of a lot harder and a lot more rare. He's having an afternoon he'll never forget.
Digging in, Bartolo Batista. He singled his last time up.
Bartolo Batista.
The 2-1. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Bridges is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Gary Mendoza will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game, as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Into the bleachers and gone.
Well, there are good days and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch.
Stepping up to the plate, Domingo Santiago, and their runners at the corners now.
Domingo Santiago.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Mendoza ranging back at the track, the wall, and bye-bye, that one's gone into the bleachers.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought.
Gary Mendoza will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. And not in time as the run scores. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. Pitch popped up. Seager moving to his left, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Settling in now, Joaquin Cortez, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Domingo Santiago.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Mendoza is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
10-3 at the end of this contest. The Los Angeles Dodgers.
A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar. An all-star player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A team is pressed to step up their focus defensively.
From the city of brotherly love, MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies aim to notch their 7th win in a row right after this. Phil Ramirez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around and pitch better in this one here today.
These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, have run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying...
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Dodgers down in order. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. Maybe not, as this stays up in the air long enough to be hauled in out there. False alarm, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Still no score. In is Jorge Soler, hoping to stay hot. He had a couple of hits, including a home run yesterday. Runner goes for third. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza has a read on it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Digging in the switch hitter, Ketel Marte. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Lifted the other way out to left center. Smith is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show. Digging in for his second at-bat, Gary Mendoza. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back.
And gone up into the second deck.
It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 18 for him on the campaign. And the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Boy, you can see that he was dialed in on his curve from the second he released it.
Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Goes to show you how strong this guy is. That wasn't a bad breaking ball that he hit for a home run.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. One left for L.A., but they hold. So next to the plate for the Phils, Ketel Marte. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Ketel Marte.
Soler on at first, nobody out. Lifted in the air to center field. Mendoza sprinting after it. One away. Gary Mendoza will stride in, but first we take you back to the third as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Next will be the cleanup hitter, J.D. Davis. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's a look over to first. A dive, but he's back. Grounded to the right.
There you go.
Marte has it.
Stand up.
Throw will get him for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score from third. At the plate, Joaquin Cortez. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5. Another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Only one. Striding into the box, Jorge Soler. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Jorge Soler.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Mendoza racing back. He leaves his feet, but it's off the wall.
Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down.
And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Well, you can't fault the center fielder's efforts there. He tried to track it down, but I don't think he had much of a chance to get there. His teammates will eventually help him out, but by that time, he's safely at third.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Ian Happ. He singled his last time up.
Ian Happ.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fastball at the letters, and he turns on it, hits it high and deep out to center field. Into the shrubbery and gone. Two-run shot to straightaway center. Home run number 9 on the year, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Stepping in, Gary Mendoza. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Mendoza.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Live from Philadelphia, all set for baseball from the home of the Phillies, Citizens Bank Park. Game. Stepping in, Gary Mendoza, and he's looking to turn the page. The bat's been ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the second deck and gone.
Boy, when this guy gets in a groove, he can hit him, and when he hits him in bunches. Hit a home run in last night's game, and if they continue to pitch him on the outer part of the plate, look out, this guy's going to do some major damage.
In now, Gary Mendoza. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
The last at-bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Rivera is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. The relay throw, the tag, and he is out at third. So here now is the pitcher, number 51. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And the run is in to score from second. It's now 6-2. Ready for another chance, Gary Mendoza. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch of the at-bat. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. Strickland going back on it. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second home run of the game as they try to claw back. It's a 5-run deficit. Guys, we've seen 4 big balls between the two teams so far today. What are your impressions of the long ball display we're watching?
Matty V, this is just one of them. Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
11-5, the final tally in this. Time for baseball on the show from the bank. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's going to be a premier pitching matchup. 2 of the league's hardest throwers go head-to-head next. Patrick Lemon, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And gone up into the second deck. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 21 for him on the season. And the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Hits 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's near.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Phillies down in order. They're down 2-0. Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run. This is a tough spot here to turn two off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively, to make sure you get at least one out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that, and if you get it at first, well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get one out in a spot like this.
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Definitely had the distance, but it winds up a foul ball. The 1-2. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, as the Dodgers have increased their lead, now 4-0.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick if he wants to stay in this one for a while.
Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistake in location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his 3rd home run of the ball game, and with it the Dodgers have opened it up to a 5-0 lead.
Well, talk about having a day. 3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Coming to the plate now, Gary Muller. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Mendoza. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go. Gary Mendoza will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. First pitch coming, here it is. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0 home is a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his 4th in the ball game, and the lead is now 7-2.
You know, talk about having a great day. 4 home runs in one game. I would say that's more than great. That's a spectacular day.
Gary Mendoza will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before.
You can tell his eyes lit up at the plate right there. He was not able to control his emotions, stay up the middle, and keep that one fair.
This is line to left. Strickland is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Dodgers leave 1. They're on top 7-2.
anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Tuesday night baseball here on the show from Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Tonight, the first of two in this interleague matchup between the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Oakland attempt to end a 6-game losing streak. Next. Julio Urias, a Mexican-born lefty, is the man on the mound in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy's kind of hard to figure out. You think most pitchers would love pitching in their home ballpark, but he's struggled at home so far this season. There hasn't been a lot of home cooking for this guy, and that's something he needs to turn around in a big way.
Here comes the first pitch. Here's a drive out toward left center field.
Go, go, go!
Valentin rounds third and is digging for the plate. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, but not in time as he's across with the run.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play.
And they can't even get one on the play as the squeeze works to perfection that time. So credit him with an RBI as he really caught him by surprise there by dropping that down. Into the box now, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that one is gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 25 for him on the year, and the Dodgers have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Man, you could see the center fielder tracking the ball.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Luis Gohara. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hit in the air out toward left. Cortez moves over, 1 out. Into the box now, Gary Mendoza, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First offering on its way. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Hermosillo ranging back, still going back. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field, his second home run of the game, and the Dodgers move out in front now, 4-1.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with, even the best pitchers.
Now batting, second baseman, Fletcher Webster.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Moving under it, Mendoza makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 4-2 game.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Ready once again, Gary Mendoza. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet, so this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Good lead off a second there. Now the pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
Striding in to start the ninth, Richard Kramer, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Kramer.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Mendoza giving chase. He takes the turn and heads for second. And a high bounce will take it. So coming to the plate, Dominic McDonald. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. The 2-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly.
Well, in a quick series like this, you take the first one, you're guaranteed at least a split. They'll take that every single time.
And tonight's final, 7-3. The Dodgers get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Julio Urias earns win number 4 on the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
First for the victorious Dodgers. 7 runs on 10 hits. 1 error. They left 12 men on base. For the Athletics, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 21 minutes.
Southern California weather at its best. MLB The Show. Walker Buehler will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So,
and hold on now, that's a fair ball down the left field line. Should be at least a double. Around second, he's on his way to third. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so when he got the changeup, he was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
Coming to the plate now, J.D. Davis. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And the runner's breaking for third. Little dribbler back at him. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Danger of at the plate, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Grounded down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Buehler, the runner at first with 2 gone. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Pena moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. One left for LA. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Mendoza coasts under it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now at the plate, Gustavo Pena. He flew out in his last at-bat. A runner on first with 2 away. Lifted in the air out to center field. Mendoza is after it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. At the plate, Yoan Moncada. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the 3-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mendoza will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Into the box, Gary Mendoza. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 28 on the season, and the Dodgers move out in front. It's 2-1.
Right now, he can't wait to get to the plate against this pitching staff. 4 home runs in this series. Bet he wishes he could play these guys every single day.
Digging in, Gary Mendoza, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third.
The last at-bat, Nettie V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball.
And the throw will be wide at first as it pulls him off the bag, and that's going to give him the lead. And, whoa, almost a disaster as the tag at first saves the throwing error, but meanwhile the run is in to score. Now in the box, Gary Mendoza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Lifted in the air out to left. Pena has a read on it. 1 down. Striding in for Oakland, Miguel Gomez. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Hit in the air out to center field. Mendoza patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. Next up for Los Angeles, Gary Mendoza. First offering on its way. Line drive to left. Pena is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. Danny Baker claims the win out of the pen, his first. Julian Gomez wraps it up.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A dominating hitter gets a call from his representative. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. Let's get right to it. It's time. Let's see what he can do. And now the challenger, representing the LA Dodgers, number 12, Gary Mendoza. A long home run.
It bounced into the Allegheny. Whoa! 3 minutes to go. No doubt about that one. There's a home run. That's a home run. He's fifth in the round. 2 minutes remaining. There's another one. Gone. His sixth home run. 7 home runs now. Seconds left. Out of here. Home run number 9. Time's up. So that will do it. He finishes with a total of 9 home runs. That's not quite enough. He has been. Ladies and gentlemen, your Home Run Derby champion, Sam Baez.
Digging in, number 17. He'll get his first shot with the bat here.
Right fielder, number 17.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Lazy fly ball out to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Relay, relay, relay.
And the run scores as the American League is off to the early 1-0 lead. Ready now, Gary Mendoza, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Gary Mendoza.
Lifted in the air out to right. Number 17 is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1.
All right, let's check out the American League All-Stars on defense. The guy I want to spot shadow today is Cody Bellinger. Versatility is his game. The bat plays no matter where he hits in a lineup.
Now at the plate, Anton Lopes. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. So stepping in, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at bat.
Gary Mendoza.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Gone! Solo shot here to left, and the National League has taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch and...
Digging in and looking for more, Willie Calhoun. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it, Mendoza. And that's the first out of the inning. Standing in, Gary Mendoza comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch of the at-bat. Hard liner to center field. Mazzara is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
Close one tonight.
A manager checks in with his ball club. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar. A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. Locked in a heated race late in the season, a team gets a pregame pep talk from their skipper. A manager addresses his team before a pivotal series. With the season's outcome coming down to a final series, a manager chooses his words carefully.
Friday Night Baseball. Next for the Mets, Justin Herman. Power a big part of his game as he enters this contest, number 5 in the National League home run race. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Smith in pursuit. He's there and records the first out. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I love watching Manny Machado do his thing. Look at his stats. He's got almost 100 runs batted in. Obviously, he's having a nice year in that category. You know, anytime you get near 100 or to 100, that's a big season, no matter who you are. He'll look to add to his total in this one today.
Stepping into the box, Gary Mendoza. With just a few games left to play, he comes into this one with a sizable lead in the home run standings.
And the way he swings.
Hit high and deep out to left field. And that's off the left field wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
Runner's on his way to third.
Come on, get here,
hard on the ground towards second. Gomez has it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Next up for New York, Chris Alonso. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Kelly onto the grass. He's got it, and they get out of the jam. Digging in now, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bader on the move. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Ready for another shot now, Gary Mendoza. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. First offering on its way. Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Home run number 55 on the campaign, and it's a 5-3 game now.
Well, we certainly mentioned the fact that this guy leads the league.
And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Able to reach down and put this one away. Great concentration there for the second out. Standing in, Gary Mendoza. First in the league in home runs, and he added 1 more to his total earlier in this game.
Man, I can see myself in the Texas Rangers dugout right now, and the hitting coach, Rudy Jaramillo, would always say, batting average will fluctuate, but they can never take away ribbies and homers, and this guy just keeps adding to the total.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Nimmo ranging back, still ranging back. And as Dodger fans have heard for years, she is out of here. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as we are all tied at 5. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Hey, thanks, Matt. Yeah, you know what? Dodger Stadium has always been known for a very high mound, and pitchers love the pitch.
Stepping into the box, Justin Herman. He got on top of one. It was a ground out victim last time. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza has it in his tracks, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Swing and a shot to third, but pulled in at the hot corner. Digging in to try it again, Richard Ikeda. There's one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. High in the air out to center field. Mendoza has it in his sights, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one, really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Los Angeles Dodgers. A fine Sunday here in the City of Angels, Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the New York Mets and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Major League Baseball on the Show is next. Now to the plate, Gary Mendoza. With just a few games left to play, he comes into this one with a sizable lead in the home run standings.
And the way he's swinging the bat, I don't think anyone catches him. It's got to be a nice feeling stepping to the plate knowing you're going to end up a home run champ.
Bader moves over, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Now batting, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Mendoza.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone! Solo shot here to left. Home run number 57 thus far. And the Dodgers strike first, 1-0.
You want to certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there.
Digging in once again, Gary Mendoza comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how...
Oh, hold on here. Well hit into deep left center, and I don't think this one's coming back. No siree. This one is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. His second home run of the game, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Oh, a little quick jump right there. He does it in a variety of different ways. That time, first pitch out of the gate, he was coming unglued.
Stepping up now, Justin Herman. And Dan, this could be a real make-or-break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Mendoza is under it, and he makes...
Yeah, that's the way you want to finish a 3-game home series, breaking out the brooms and sweeping the other guys right out of here.
A 2-0 finish today. The Dodgers win their 40th game in front of the home crowd this year. Walker Buehler earns his 12th. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to...
Striding in, Gary Mendoza. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground to third.
Come on.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Striding in once again, Gary Mendoza. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to left. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Mendoza.
Gary Mendoza.
First offering on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Gerber racing back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Next for the Dodgers, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a high pop-up. Ruiz is there. 1 out. Rio Ruiz to the plate now. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
6-2, the final total today. The Dodgers. We are under the lights this evening. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike. Coming to the plate now, Gary Mendoza. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as this will rattle up into the corner. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Absolutely scorched that base hit. Worthy of some show track love. And as you see it, it came off the bat at 110 miles an hour. That's definitely squaring a ball up.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, J.D. Davis. And the Dodgers with an opportunity for more here in the first. And now the runner's trying for third. This one's flared toward left center. Spain
brings it in, and now they might have the runner caught off second.
Throw back to second, and that's a double play. So striding forward now, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Swung on, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Forget about it. And gone. He tucked it just inside the foul pole to tie the game. So a two-run homer down the line in left. His first homer here in the series. And the Dodgers have come back to tie it at 3.
Yeah, and it looks like at least one player is having a night to remember. He drove in their only run earlier in the game.
Striding in now for the Nats, Rio Ruiz. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. The 1-2. Belted high and deep into right center. Mendoza going back on it, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall.
That's how quickly things can change in this crazy game.
Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, in this last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run. So
come on, go hard,
this ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. And the lead will shrink to 1 as the run scores from second to make it 5-4 now.
Not every day that you see a ball come off the bat like that one did, and looking at it again on show track, we see it a lot faster than it came in. 113 miles an hour. Couldn't have hit that one much better than that.
Runner goes for third. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. The 3-0. And the runner's breaking for third. In there, now the throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
One of the keys to stealing third is to get a big lead off a second, and that's just what happened, even though this catcher has a cannon for an arm.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Now the runner's on his way home. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. Unable to recover. He's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will...
So digging in now, Gary Mendoza. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Gone. And that one had some extra distance.
Now that one is definitely worth looking at again with our show track technology. It had plenty of distance to get out of the park, and you can see why when it's hit at 115 miles an hour. That's not something you see every day.
In now for Washington, Geraldo Murillo. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Geraldo Murillo.
The 3-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza is in pursuit, and he makes the catch for the second out. Digging in, Gary Mendoza. Great game for him so far. 4 hits, including a couple of home runs.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And this one is gone. A home run.
Wow, talk about a man rising to the occasion. If this team rolls through the playoffs, I think he just made a convincing case for the MVP. Sure, it's only 1 game, but that's his 3rd homer of the game, and we're not done yet. This is the...
So striding in, Juan Soto. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Lifted in the air out to center field. Mendoza is there, He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on. Back now with baseball on MLB Network from the nation's capital, just down the.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason. So when you come to play like he did and make a big difference for your team, it's something that won't be forgotten.
12-7, the final score in this ball game. MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series.
Batting third, center fielder, Gary Mendoza.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. His 4th long ball of this series. And the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch.
Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard that he has.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his 2nd of the game, as the Dodgers have increased their lead, now 4-0.
Well, he's given up 2 long balls in just 2 1/3 innings of work. So it seems as though they might have his number here. Not sure how much more the manager wants to see. He needs to turn it around quick.
Settling in now, Victor Caratini. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Moving under it, Mendoza makes the play, 1 away. Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And it's gone as they add still another.
Wow, talk about a man rising to the occasion. If this team rolls to the playoffs, I think he just made a convincing case for the MVP. Sure, it's only 1 game, but that's his 3rd homer of the game.
Gary Mendoza will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game, as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Here comes the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Popped him up. And there's the first out.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered with runners in scoring position a couple of times in this one. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was obviously a huge factor in them claiming the victory here.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon for the victorious.
Well, with the roof shut, the conditions will be comfortable here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Peter McRae will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched well this last one, getting through 7 innings in his last start. We'll see if he can turn in another quality start and pick up the win in this one also.
Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Danny, any thoughts?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Here's a high pop-up. Number 6 is under it. And the inning is over. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Digging in now for the Brewers, Walter Tran. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Walter Tran.
A 1 pitch on its way. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Mendoza ranging back, still going back. A jump at the wall, and he's got it. Great play for the first out. And he is in there.
That was a pretty spectacular catch right there. A lot of guys mistime that jump because they're worried about the wall coming on. But he got it just right and hauled it in. Great stuff.
Coming to the plate now, Josh Bell. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 1-1 home. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the run is Smith. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with... Digging in for his second at-bat, Gary Mendoza. And he's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Bounce it to the left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left. And that'll score the runner from third as they'll open up a 3-1 lead.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, Dero. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving dabs to the first base coach. Glad that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, chalk one up.
Here now the 2-2. Now he gets the ground ball to first. This might be 2. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping up to the plate, Malik Smith. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. His first homer so far. Striding into the box, Gary Mendoza. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First pitch of the at-bat. Line drive to left. But pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out. Stepping in, Gary Mendoza.
Number 12, Gary
Here's
Mendoza.
the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Ohtani waits on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. At the plate, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard liner towards short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it. Digging in the switch hitter, Rafael Urbina.
Catcher, Rafael Urbina.
The 1-2. Hit high and deep out to left center field. Smith racing back to the track. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined.
Well, the die was cast in the 3rd inning when they posted a bunch of runs. After that, they did everything they had to just to wrap up this victory.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason. And that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time.
We are under the lights this evening. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carter. Stepping in, Gary Mendoza. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Fernandez racing back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Next for Milwaukee, Walter Tran, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Walter Tran.
Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. In now, Shohei Ohtani. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Wow, not every call is going to go your way. There are some pitchers that pitchers think are pitchers' pitches, and you don't get that, and it puts you in a bad spot, and you could tell that it affected him. He was fuming, and he really wanted that last pitch.
Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Mendoza.
First delivery to him on the way.
Find the ball, find the ball, find
Line
the ball.
drive snagged on a short hop, and he'll go the short way to retire this. Ready for another chance, Walter Tran. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Pulled toward right center field. Anderson giving chase. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Into the box now, Gary Mendoza. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and two gone here in the fifth. First pitch of the at-bat. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And that one is gone.
Just an absolutely amazing home run there. Certainly worthy of the show track treatment. And as you can see, 114 miles an hour off the bat. And that should give you a pretty good indication as to how well he connected on that swing.
Leading off the inning, Cliff Pinay, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Cliff Pinay.
Popped him up. Kelly ranging into the outfield. He's there and records the first out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Now batter, catcher, Rafael.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Smith in pursuit. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And that will hop over the wall now. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Gary Mendoza.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
What a way to hit the ball right there. Good job.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, J.D. Davis. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first. A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one. We are under the lights this season. Next up, the two-way Japanese import, Shohei Ohtani. High and deep to right center. Mendoza is there as he had to travel a ways, but he makes the catch deep in the alley for the second out. Into the box now, Gary Mendoza. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Into the corner and slicing foul. The 0-1 on its way. Sliders in for a strike. And a slider that time as this ball's hammered to deep left field. And that is the definition of a mistake pitch there as this ball is gone. A home run.
And as we take another look at that one on Show Track, the story behind that home run was speed. And the speed with which it was launched.
So coming to the plate, Bernardo Hernandez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
You take a look at this one as it.
At the plate, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Coming to the plate now, number 64, runner in scoring position with two gone. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. And it is troubled. It finds the gap for extra bases. And he's in safely to third as a run will score on the play as well. Ready once again, Gary Mendoza. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
Man, he's kicking.
Ready to take his hats again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the two-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Swinging a ground ball to third. The windup and the 0-1. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And gone. An absolute bomb.
Wow, talk about a man. Okay, this will wind up being one of those kind of saves you used to see back in the 70s. I'll tell you, he was on fumes at the end there, but he found a way to get it done.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Josh Bell. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Anderson is after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Brewers strand 1. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Mendoza.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left.
Watch your lips in the first couple rows there. He got the head out on that changeup. Good thing they enforced the new netting rules this year.
Dig.
Third. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Into the box, Bernardo Fernandez, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. Lifted the other way out to left center. Smith's on the move. He can't get there as it falls in.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously.
Batting check. Third baseman, Cliff Penang.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mendoza on the move, and that's the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Digging in, Shohei Ohtani. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat. Sent in the air out to straightaway center.
Here we go.
Mendoza is there, and he has it for the first out. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Good read there at second.
Alan Hansen the next to bat as we begin the top of the 4th.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Smith going back on it at the track, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Hansen takes the turn at third. He wants it all, and he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead to 3. Now in the box, Gary Mendoza.
Gary Mendoza.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a line drive. Base hit to left field. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 3-2 contest. J.D. Davis the next to bat. Was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a swing and a ground ball, and that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one. The tying run comes all the way around from first to score.
Nice.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher.
Josh Bell the next to hit.
Number 55, John Bell.
High in the air out to center field. Mendoza moves over, and that's the third out. Gone in order. At the plate, Gary Mendoza. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Oh, not fooled one bit by the changeup as he smokes this one to deep left field. That one will not be coming back. A home run. That ball was absolutely blasted. 100.
Up next for Milwaukee, catcher Rafael.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Mendoza moving in. He can't get to it. This one's down. Ready now, Bernardo Fernandez, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
Bernardo Fernandez.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Mendoza going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. The Dodgers trying to close this one out in front of the home crowd here at Dodger Stadium. As you get a look there at our line score through the first 7+. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a shot to left field and deep. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much. Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of the National League Championship Series between the LA Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Dero, how do they fight off elimination here on the road?
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight.
Batting third, center fielder, Gary Mendoza.
First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center, his 7th of this series, and the Dodgers move in front now 2-0.
Hey, that's one of the toughest parts about standing out there on the bump, giving up a long home run or giving up a bomb at any time. As a pitcher, you just have to regroup.
Ready to take his hacks again, Gary Mendoza, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
The last at that, Matty B, we heard this guy's...
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Digging in, Gary Mendoza, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
That last at-bat, that showed me something. It's not that easy to hit a changeup over 400-plus feet out of the ballpark. So this guy gets some good extension, strong.
And the runner will score from second. The relay, and the run will score all the way from first. It's 7-0. And he's out trying for third base. Gary Mendoza will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Gasper going back on it, and it's gone as they add still another.
Wow, talk about a man rising to the occasion. If this team rolls through the playoffs, I think he just made a convincing case for the MVP. Sure, it's only one game.
Now at the plate, Rafael Urbina. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Mendoza is in pursuit. He tracks it down, and that will end. Gary Mendoza will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game, as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. A solo shot here to left, his 4th in the ball game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, there are good days and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch.
Gary Mendoza will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. Now the 0-1. Fouled away. Alvarado over at second. Valentin at first, 2 out in the inning. Another one sent foul. With this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their...
So stepping in, number 6. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Now the 0-2 pitch. Lifted into the air to shallow center. In there, a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 41 minutes. Tonight.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the finale, Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Time now to check out the lineup for the...
Batting third, center fielder, Gary Mendoza.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a swing, and this ball is crushed straight away center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field.
Digging in now, TJ Gasper. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza is right there, 1 down. Next up for Los Angeles, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Lined into left center. That's in another base hit. He's 2 for 2.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Gasper is there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Standing in, T.J. Gasper. He flew out in his last at-bat.
T.J. Gasper.
That's up.
Popped up. Back behind second. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning. Stepping into the box, Gary Mendoza. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. Yanked on the ground down the line. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1. Standing in, Cliff Finney.
The batter, third baseman, Cliff Finney.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Mendoza is under it. 2 gone. Ready for another shot now. Number 64 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game,
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Gary Mendoza will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. There's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run.
Stepping into the box, Walter Tran, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Mendoza on the move, and Tinseltown will be aglow tonight. The Dodgers are National League champions.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our tops player of the game.
Well,
We are under the lights.
Batting third, center fielder.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Now that one is definitely worth looking at again with our show track technology. It had plenty of distance to get out of the park, and you can see why when it's hit at 115 miles an hour. That's not something you see every day. Now at the plate, Gary Mendoza. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And it's a good start to the inning for the Dodgers on the leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Bowers brings it in, and now they might have the runner caught off second. Next for the Tigers, Jake Bowers. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
The 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Mendoza is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Digging in and looking for more, Gary Mendoza. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball.
I know he wants that pitch back. He put good wood on that ball. But let's give credit to the pitcher right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Got him a little bit out in front.
Noble is there. 2 down. Digging in to try it again, David Sample. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza sprinting after it. He gets there, and that's the second out. Throw into second, not in time. He took a chance tagging up, but made it pay off. Had to go a long way to make that running catch. And now batting, Gary Mendoza. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First delivery to him on the way. Line drive to left. South is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but
Gary Mendoza will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. High and deep to right center. Racing back, the right fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And, fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game. We are under the bright lights.
Batting third, center fielder,
First pitch of the at-bat. This is line to left. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And the run will score as the Dodgers grab the early 1-0 lead. Throw won't get him.
This is why it's so important to give your...
So striding in, Bert Noble. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Bert Noble.
He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. Anderson moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Batting fifth, designated hitter.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit in the air to center field. Moving under it, Mendoza. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Now to the plate, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And now this will head for the 345 sign as it's off the wall. Now the relay home. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. Stepping up now, J.D. Davis. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire. Run on 1. Next up for Detroit, Brian Sau. The windup and the 0-1. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Valentin backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfield...
Striding in, Gary Mendoza. He's got a couple of doubles thus far, so we'll see if he can keep it up. Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw not in time, and he beats it out for his 3rd hit tonight.
Hey, D-Roll, that's great hustle out of the box right there. The shortstop has to go deep in a hole to make the play, but he was thinking base hit as soon as he made contact.
And now they've got him in a rundown, and they swipe the tag on him, and the inning is over. Striding in once again, Samuel Silva. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Samuel Silva.
He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Mendoza is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Mendoza. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. And it's gone as they add still another.
No doubt an impressive home run, so we'll employ Show Track for a more in-depth look. 112 miles an hour was the exit velocity off the bat, so it's no wonder why it ended up having the impressive distance that it did.
Next for the Dodgers, Gary Mendoza. He bats with a homer and 2 doubles to his credit.
Yeah, Matt, that last at-bat, that was a pretty good pitch.
There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Tapia going back, and it's off the wall in front of the bullpen. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late. And he will score on the inside the park home run, and that was a gift right there.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning. it seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game, and this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right.
We are under the lights this evening.
Batting third, center fielder.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. South looking up. And it's gone.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
So striding forward now, Gary Mendoza. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Now that one is definitely worth looking at again with our show track technology. It had plenty of distance to get out of the park, and you can see why when it's hit at 115 miles an hour. That's not something you see every day. So digging in now, Gary Mendoza, runner in scoring position with 2 guys.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
He pulls into second safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score. J.D. Davis, the next to bat.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But not. Gary Mendoza will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take you back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. Digging in, number 17. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. The 0-2 home. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
2-2-2.
Throw into second, but he'll be in there with a double.
That's how quickly things can change in this.
Digging in once again, Bob Shimchak. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Mendoza is under it, and that's the second out of the inning. Coming to the plate now, Brian South.
Left fielder, Brian.
Wind up and the 0-1. Popped him up. Valentin over to his right, one down. Plenty of offense here in this one as we give you one final look at the line score. And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights.
We are under the lights this evening as we get the crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer.
Batting third, center fielder.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Giving chase is Tapia. He can't get there in time, and now it hops over the wall for a ground rule double. J.D. Davis, the next at bat. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with two away. The 1-1. Runner breaks for third. Back up the middle. Lugo moving to his right. Throw to first in plenty of time, and decided. Stepping up to the plate, Dawa Lugo. 7-8-9, bottom of the order set to go here in the third. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Mendoza giving chase, and that's the first out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Gary Mendoza. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. South ranging back to the track, to the wall. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Settling in now, Gary Mendoza. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field.
Hitting the home run in the World Series is special at any point. Hitting a home run in the World Series that gives your team the lead, that's something to tell the grandkids about.
Striding into the box, Brian South. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on it.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. And the Jason Hirsch is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 56.
Stepping in, Gary Mendoza. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And gone. An absolute bomb.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
At the plate, Samuel Silva, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Last breath for the Tigers. Swing, and he pops him up. This should do it. Kelly makes the catch, and they are world champions.
Well, they've just clinched the World Series title in front of the home crowd, and no doubt about it, this town is going to be rocking and rolling tonight, just like this stadium is rocking right now as they celebrate something they'll remember forever. They are the World Series champions.
Back now on the show. It's all over, and you see the reactions there to the final out. And down on the field, we'll get a chance to watch the presentation of the Commissioner's Trophy to the new world champs.
Here now is our final line score tonight.
A congratulatory phone call. With the arrival of another spring, teams gather to gear up for a brand new season.